The Galactic Military Academy's Training Facility 7 buzzed with nervous energy as cadets from dozens of species shuffled into the self-defense hall. Ana Martinez adjusted her regulation uniform, the fabric feeling oddly light compared to the reinforced clothing she'd worn back on Earth. Around her, fellow cadets whispered in various alien tongues, their conversations creating a symphony of clicks, chirps, and harmonic tones. "Attention, maggots!" The voice boomed across the hall, causing several Zephyrian cadets to flinch and their translucent wings to flutter anxiously. Drill Sergeant Vextar strode into view, his 8-foot frame imposing even by Krathari standards. His chitinous exoskeleton gleamed under the training hall's lights, and his forearms gestured menacingly as he surveyed the assembled recruits. Ana remained perfectly still, her breathing steady. She'd learned long ago that drawing attention to yourself was rarely wise, whether facing down a Terran wolf pack or an alien drill instructor with a reputation for breaking cadets. Today, you pathetic excuses for future soldiers will learn basic defensive maneuvers, Vextar continued, his mandibles clicking with each word. Most of you come from civilized worlds where the greatest danger is stubbing your manipulator appendages on furniture. But in the void of space, enemies won't care about your delicate sensibilities. Helan, a cetacean-descended cadet from the Yao, water world of Aquatica Prime, floated in her mobility suit beside Ana. Her sonar clicks were barely audible, but Ana's enhanced hearing caught the nervous pattern. Growing up on Earth had its advantages. When every day was a struggle against a planet actively trying to kill you, you developed certain skills. "You there?" Vextar's voice cut through Ana's thoughts like a plasma blade. "The small mammalian from the Deathworld. Step forward." Ana moved with fluid grace, her muscles coiled and ready despite her relaxed appearance. She'd expected this. Humans had developed quite a reputation since joining the Galactic Union, and not always a positive. 1. Their homeworld was classified as a Class 12 Deathworld, a designation that made most aliens give them a wide berth. "Sergeant Vextar," Ana acknowledged with a crisp salute. The Krathari's compound eyes fixed on her with predatory interest. "I've heard stories about your species, human. Tales of impossible physical feats and reckless aggression. Let's see if the rumors are true." Without warning, Vextar lunged forward with inhuman speed, his primary right arm sweeping toward Ana in what appeared to be a devastating blow. To most cadets, the movement would have been too fast to track, let alone counter. Ana wasn't most cadets. Time seemed to slow as her earth-honed reflexes kicked in. She'd spent her childhood dodging Australian death spiders the size of dinner plates and outrunning Siberian frost bears. A charging Krathari, while intimidating, moved with the predictable efficiency of a trained soldier rather than the chaotic desperation of a hungry predator. She stepped inside Vextar's guard, her left hand deflecting his strike while her right hand found his elbow joint. The technique was basic, something any human child learned in their mandatory survival classes. Apply pressure to the joint while rotating the appendage beyond its natural range of motion. The crack echoed through the training hall like a gunshot. Vextar's roar of pain and surprise shattered the stunned silence that had fallen over the assembled cadets. His arm hung at an unnatural angle, the joint clearly dislocated and the chitinous covering cracked. Ana had already stepped back, her hands raised in a non-threatening gesture, her expression apologetic but alert. "Medical team to Training Facility 7, she called out calmly, her voice carrying easily across the hall. "Drill Sergeant Vextar requires immediate attention for a dislocated elbow joint with possible fracturing of the exoskeleton." The medical team arrived within moments, their anti-grav stretchers and bioscanners humming softly as they attended to the injured Krathari. Vextar's mandibles clicked rapidly in what Ana recognized as either pain responses or curses, possibly both. "How?" Helen's translator rendered her sonar speech into standard galactic. "He's 3 times your size and trained in 17 different combat disciplines." Ana shrugged, the gesture seeming almost human casual despite the circumstances. "He telegraphed his attack. On Earth, hesitation means death, so we learn to read body language instinctively. Plus, anatomy is anatomy. Joints have weaknesses regardless of species." Captain Thisara, the Academy's reptilian commandant, emerged from the crowd of gawking cadets. Her scaled features were unreadable, but her tail twitched in what Anna had learned indicated either amusement or annoyance. "Cadet Martinez," she said, her sibilant voice carrying clear authority. "Report to my office immediately following medical clearance of Sergeant Vextar." "Yes, ma'am," Anna replied, maintaining perfect military bearing despite the whispers and stares from her fellow cadets. As the medical team carefully transported Vextar away, Anna caught fragments of conversations in dozens of languages. Words like Deathworlder and dangerous peppered the discussions, along with what sounded suspiciously like betting odds on her future academy career. 3 hours later, Anna stood at attention in Captain Thisara's office. The captain's desk was immaculate, decorated only with commendations from various campaigns and a small hologram of what appeared to be her clutch siblings. "Cadet Martinez," Thisara began, her voice neutral. "Sergeant Vextar will make a full recovery. His pride, however, may take longer to heal. I regret the necessity of injuring the sergeant, ma'am. He left me no choice but to defend myself." "Indeed." The captain's tail twitched again. The Academy's surveillance systems recorded the entire encounter. Vextar's attack was unnecessarily aggressive for a training exercise. Your response was proportionate and controlled. Anna remained silent, waiting for the verdict that would determine her future in the Academy. "However," Thisara continued, "this incident raises important questions about integrating Deathworld species into standard military training protocols. Your instinctive response to a perceived threat was to neutralize it efficiently and decisively. Most cadets would have either frozen in fear or attempted to retreat. On Earth, retreat often means exposing your back to a predator, ma'am. It's generally not a survival strategy. So I'm learning." The captain accessed her desk terminal, her clawed fingers dancing over the holographic interface. "Effective immediately, you're being transferred to advanced combat training. Your reflexes and tactical instincts are wasted in basic courses." Anna blinked in surprise. "Ma'am?" "Congratulations, cadet. You've just become the first human to skip 3 levels of combat training in Academy history." Thisara's expression might have been a smile, though it was difficult to tell with her species. "Try not to break any more instructors. The medical department is filing complaints about their workload." As Anna left the captain's office, she found Helen waiting in the corridor, her mobility suit's lights blinking with curiosity. "So?" the cetacean asked. "Expelled or promoted?" "Promoted," Anna replied, still processing the unexpected turn of events. "Advanced combat training." "Of course," Helen's translator carried what might have been laughter. Only a Deathworlder could accidentally break her way into advanced courses. Walking through the Academy corridors, Anna reflected on the day's events. She hadn't meant to seriously injure Vextar, but growing up on Earth had taught her that half measures in combat were often fatal mistakes. The galaxy was slowly learning what humans had known for millennia, that sometimes the best defense was simply being more dangerous than whatever was trying to hurt you. Behind them, the story of the Deathworld girl who broke a drill sergeant's arm in self-defense class was already spreading through the Academy's communication networks, adding another chapter to humanity's growing reputation among the stars.